Well, welcome back, everyone. It's been a great start to the market week with indecision in the morning, but the key features of the market really involve breaking out of a coil, and that's happened on the S&P E-minis. You can see the falling tops, the rising lows, and of course, today's push up above a key waterline and the top of this coiling action. The coiling action effectively entails larger expanses, less frequent, moving to more frequent in terms of oscillations, and then a breakout. Now that breakout is not the same on the NASDAQ. The S&P E-minis, the primary market, the more balanced in terms of not having as much dominance of the Mag 7 stocks as the NASDAQ does, but it's more balanced, and we are seeing things like financials and other small areas help the market up through this area and get us above the top of the coil. Now you're looking at the NASDAQ. It too is in a coil. It is unfortunately not yet above the top of the coil. Now, what we're looking at is a market picture and backdrop that suggests the primary market will pick up some of the slack for the NASDAQ, and then we can try to see the NASDAQ grind up. But we've got weeks still in front of us before we get the Mag 7 stock earnings. So justification of re-entering Mag 7 stocks and carrying them for periods of weeks or longer is not yet fully set in. We'd need to see those earnings results and the projections and the outlooks that the CEOs, CFOs have. Bottom line, the primary market is helping the NASDAQ, and we've seen in months gone by, it's been the other way around for quite some time, right? So now we've got the S&Ps breaking out. The key line that I want to note is 75.55. It's that water line coming from the volume profile histograms that I've nested over here. Back below there, downside risk starts to increase exponentially. The number that's very similar for the NQ is sitting right over there. Going back to early May, we can see a bunch of volume profile histograms nested on the screen. That's the gray bars. The volume points of control coalesce in that 29,820 area. We've been below it in today's session, but reversed back up above. Below 29,820, downside risks start to grow exponentially. Watch the euro. The euro can give us a clue as to whether or not this upward pressure on equities is likely to remain. It's one of the forces. It's still in a downtrend channel, but in the upper half and reversing off of its lows, getting above the center of its weekly pivot range, trying and attempting to rise towards the top of the channel. This could be a day, two, it could be 3 days in the making, but as of right now, we've got a push up off the lows. We've got a big push up bar on the 2nd of July, indecision for light trade on the Friday before the 4th of July holiday. And then, of course, we've got a dip and bounce inside today's trade. This is supportive of more likely a tailwind coming into the market and can certainly help both the S&P and the NASDAQ rise. So you've got a couple of things to watch and a key set of decision levels. What are the technical signals saying on the primary market? Well, using the triple S indicator, we've got the daily chart in a buy signal state going back to the 29th, 28th, 29th, Sunday night, Monday of June. We've got the 4-hour chart turning into a buy signal state from today's session. The 1-hour chart's been in a buy signal state for a while, and currently the 5 and the 1 minute charts are also in buy signal. So we've got some good alignment. It doesn't look quite the same for the NASDAQ. The daily chart's back into a tepid buy signal. 4-hour chart is not there yet. 1-hour chart is oscillating more rapidly between signals, currently in a buy. So it's not aligned with the ES as of yet. Nonetheless, we know that we've seen the primary market break us above the top of the coil that the NASDAQ is trying to get to the top of. And that is a positive force that can potentially encourage more buyers to lean in and grind that market up and pull the NASDAQ up with it. However, below 29,820, anything breaching that area in today's session, later on in the evening for tomorrow's session, well, that can grow risks exponentially to an unravel and a break down from the coil, which would certainly be a negative for markets overall if the NASDAQ was to do so. I'll leave it right there, folks. I do want to mention to you that we are moving into Summit Week next week, and you can simply go to joinziad.com, click the link in your emailer, and pop up the registration page. It's going to be the biggest summit with new speakers, new experts. I'm going to be presenting several times. I can't wait to share with you all of my insights on where I think this market is, where it's going, and the tools and trading tactics that I use on both a day and swing trading basis. So go to joinziad.com, get your seat now, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for watching.